What was she called, Carl?
Elizabeth Dendyke.
Elizabeth Dendyke. Are you there?
A bull-like entity and witches from our past await the most haunted team as we travel to Wales.
Hello, I'm Yvette Fielding, and this week I've brought my team to a place where all the usual suspects hang out. But I want them to come face to face with a particularly wicked entity. Welcome to Most Haunted and to Maes Mawr Hall Hotel.
Originally a Celtic roundhouse stood on the site of what is now the Maes Mawr Hotel. Although the hall itself is over 400 years old, dating back to before 1600, it is believed that a battle was fought very close to this site between the Romans and the Celts, one of the last major Roman-Celt battles. This wealth of history is only one of the reasons Maes Mawr is believed to be one of Wales's most haunted buildings. A ghostly white horse is said to gallop through the grounds at nightfall. Phantom Roman legions march towards, then disappear beneath the building.
But all of these can be described as your average haunting. But there is another entity here that is different altogether. Robin Droog, or Wicked Robin, is said to haunt this whole vicinity. He sometimes takes on the form of a bull and is thought to be a more sinister spirit. It is said several ministers drowned him in the lake that used to be in the grounds, but his presence is still very much felt in the area. In life, he terrorised the area. In death, he terrorises the living.
As the years rolled on, a Welsh longhouse occupied the site, initially a farmhouse. The Victorians added to it by building the rear to match the design of the original front of the house. Eventually the hall became the hotel it is today, but the tales of ghostly happenings are not constrained to the hall's past.
Tales of ghostly phenomena fill the ground floor of this remarkable building. A baby has been heard crying on a number of occasions. A phantom dog, thought to be a Great Dane, has been seen, felt and heard throughout the building. An Elizabethan lady has been seen moving through this once secret door. A pastor-type figure is said to move along the outside walls. The entrance hall seems to be a favourite haunt for the spirit of a pregnant woman who is believed to have committed suicide by drowning in the 1700s. And if you wander to the bar area, you just might see a man standing by the fire wearing a top hat and a long black coat.
In order to arm ourselves with as much information as possible, I asked historian Leslie Smith for any historical facts that might be of use to us during tonight's investigation.
Maes Mawr Hall is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm not the only one who thinks so, because it's one of the most perfect examples of a half-timbered property here in mid-Wales. It's an exciting spot for lots of other reasons too. The Romans were here, there's a Roman fort nearby. Also, a roundhouse was supposed to be built here as well. And then this lovely Elizabethan manor house. It was certainly built before the 1600s, so the experts say. But what we do know is that this land was owned by Robert Dudley, also known as the Great Earl of Leicester, favourite of Elizabeth I throughout her reign. But according to some evidence given by royal palaces, it's thought that indeed Bess, Elizabeth of England, may well have owned a chunk of this land and indeed this property.
With its royal connections and a vast catalogue of ghost stories, what does parapsychologist Dr. Kieran O'Keefe think we should be looking out for tonight?
Well, here we are at another fabulous manor house. What do you think about this place?
It does look like some of the places that we've done before, but it does have some intriguing stories. However, I am quite sceptical about whether we're dealing with anything paranormal or not.
Now, there's this amazing story of this wicked Robin, this gentleman, and then apparently he's so evil he takes the shape of a bull. Apparently people see the ghost of a bull in the grounds, and I just think, what, when I heard it?
Yeah, it does sound ridiculous, but I think what we're seeing here is a classic case of what was probably a genuine gentleman who may have been aggressive, may have been a nasty man, and then over the years the story about him and about his demonic and evil side has just been embellished, and then at some point maybe there might have even been a bull in the grounds, I don't know, and they could have associated that with the man. So I think it's a classic case of storytelling.
Now, there's been reports of poltergeist activity in this location, which, of course, I love that. Anything that moves or is allegedly thrown around I find absolutely fascinating. But how do you think that we're going to capture it? Because it's quite a large building.
It is, and you get essences of poltergeist stories throughout the building. And the difficulty is in terms of where do you focus the cameras. In an ideal world, I'd like to hook up 3 or 4 cameras for every single room, and we just physically cannot do that. It's the frustrating side of ghost investigations when you get poltergeist activity. Unless it's one particular object in one particular room and you can set a camera up there, you're kind of frustrated as to where you put the cameras.
Do you have any concerns about this investigation?
I do, in terms of natural explanations for I think some experiences that people are going to have. In particular rooms, there's an odd slope and it's kind of a rickety feel about the room. And I'm just concerned if people start to feel...
It's room 9, isn't it?
Oh, it's room 9, the haunted room, essentially, one of the well-known rooms. And I think if people start to feel a bit dizzy and disorientated, those sort of symptoms, that could simply be down to the floor. And just being an uneven floor. And it's the typical thing of people misinterpreting natural phenomena as being supernatural, and it's just something to be aware of that it may happen tonight on the investigation.
Well, I won't be going on my own, but I am looking forward to this investigation. I think quite a lot's going to happen.
It should be great.
To get a greater sense of what we might encounter tonight, I'm joined by medium Chris Conway as we begin our lit walk around in the grounds of Maes Mawr.
Well, Chris, here we are walking in the beautiful grounds of Maes Mawr Hall Hotel. This is lovely. I really like it.
Beautiful to look at, but not beautiful for someone like myself.
Oh, really?
To be in, it's very sinister out here. Even standing here, it's as if we're being watched from the trees.
Is it one person? Is there something horrible happening
I tell you
here?
what, it's one person, but it's one person with a lot of energy. One person that could really do stuff. We're looking at the dark arts.
So he's into demonology and witchcraft and things like that?
Very much so, very much so. As we're standing here talking, I can feel him, and he's running back and forwards.
But why here? Is this where he would have practised what he did?
This is exactly where he would have practised before the house was here.
So you're talking hundreds and hundreds
You're
of
talking
years ago?
a long, long way back, yeah.
Do you know his name? Or?
At the moment, I don't have a name.
Should we go and check out the house itself?
Yeah.
So what do you get a sense in here?
At the moment, we don't have a spirit in here at the moment, but I can pick up residual energy, which we've got, and we're picking up in here very much a female energy, but a very nice, very welcoming female. I'd be very surprised if people get scared
with her
if they see her, because